it up?
It goes by electricity and the occasional kick-start.
I don't suppose it's still under guarantee, is it?
This machine was only ever guaranteed to give an all-tangle action and shave a mohair sweater bald in 5 seconds flat. It's not bad for peeling potatoes if you're desperate.
Well, personally, I think it's disgusting.
I always change the water.
If that man had any consideration for you at all...
That man I married.
The man who seduced you.
Chris didn't seduce me, Mother. I seduced him.
6 O-levels, 3 A-levels. The whole world was your oyster, love. There's eligible young men all over Cheadle and Gatley. They wouldn't let their wives mandle away like washerwomen.
I would like a new washing machine. And Chris would like me to have a new washing machine. We would both like to be able to afford to buy a new washing machine.
You know, you ought to take a page out of Lysistrata's book.
Whose book?
Lysistrata, love. She lived in ancient Greece, and she got what she wanted by denying her husband conjugal rights.
So you think that if I don't give Chris his way, I'll get a new washing machine?
Without a doubt. All of a sudden, he'll remember where he can find the money.
Well, I don't mind trying it. But if it doesn't work after 15 minutes, I'm giving up.
Fliss! In the kitchen, Fliss. You don't mind if I bring 6 of the lads back from the office for a quick snack, do you?
What? You rotten thing.
Give us a kiss before I snatch your garter and pretend your mother isn't listening.
Don't think I didn't hear that, Christopher. And I know how many blue beans make 5. You ought to be ashamed of yourself the way you treat my daughter. When I think of the home she might have had.
My deck chair is always at your daughter's disposal.
Oh, big.
And I'm still waiting for that kiss.
Well, you'll have to wait a long time, Christopher. You're being denied your conjugal rights.
Any particular reason floating about?
You got to make me an offer I can't refuse.
Like what?
That'll do.
You wonder why you've got a Model T washing machine.
Oh, is it conked out again?
For good, I think.
Did you,
Yes.
and...
Yes.
Have you tried giving it Philisan?
I'm serious, Chris.
Well, your mother's been mainlining Philisan for years, straight into her vein.
I do need a washing machine.
I'll ring the repair guy tomorrow.
Every bit of it's been repaired. We are now repairing the repairs. We're into a whole new technology.
Well, we just cannot afford a new machine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can't we even see if we can juggle our finances a bit?
No way can we afford a new washer. And I have got a job on tonight.
Where?
St. Luke's Amateur Dramatic Society.
I thought you'd given up covering No No Nanette and the Chocolate Soldier.
Oh, they don't write shows like that anymore.
Well, tonight, after 50 years of doing shows they don't write like that anymore, St. Luke's are doing Hair.
Hair?
Is that the one where everyone jumps around naked?
That's the one.
Well, that's your story.
Well, it's worth looking in.
Well, what does the vicar have to say? I mean, not that anyone takes it blindly to notice what vicars say these days.
He's playing second lead.
With no clothes on.
Apart from a low-slung guitar.
Well, a few years ago I might have said, I wonder what the world's coming to. But not anymore. It's already got there.
You off, Mum?
The ironmongers might still be open, love. I'll try and get you a washboard before the antique dealers buy them.
The number 174 stops right outside, Mrs. Wagstaff.
The Ironmongers?
St. Luke's. Tomorrow's headline. Irate woman snatches guitar from nude vicar and reveals how many blue beans make 5.
Hello, Miss Wagstaff, are you off?
No, I'm knitting a rice pudding.
Quo vadis? Whither goest thou?
To the catacomb, or as it's laughingly called, the kitchen. I take it you do want to eat first before you go, or do you want to wait till the interval? Hey, they'll probably have topless choir boys serving refreshments.
Uh-huh. Seem to be interrupting something.
Guess you do, don't you?
Oh, well, never mind. It'll all come out in the wash.
You've been at the cream.
Pardon?
Well, you've got a satisfied smirk on your face.
Yes, it's a sardonic smile I'm perfecting to go with the creme de la creme.
New temp?
New car.
What's wrong with the Lotus?
The ashtray's full. Or did you just run out of petrol?
I like repartee. One of the reasons I live here.
I've warned you about putting your foot in it.
Well,
Well, what?
you haven't asked me the big question.
Oh, I am sorry, Gavin. When are you leaving?
Not that, the car.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Just called into this place for a quick look at Bird's Bottom when she needs over the bonnet and some petrol. And it was just love at first sight.
With this Bird's Bottom?
The De Tomaso Pantera.
I must have got married young. I didn't know birds had one.
First time for everything, old chap.
Oh, that's De Tomaso Pantera.
No boiled eggs, do you, Chris? It's the fastest I can come up with if you want to get there in time to see the vicar's knickers coming off.
Yeah, that's fine, Fliss, fine.
My knees go weak every time I look at it.
5,763 cc.
Does over 12 miles to the gallon, you know. 14 on a run. That's, of course, if you keep it below 180 miles an hour.
It only cost you about half a gallon of petrol every time you stop at a traffic light.
Yeah, well, my half of the house came to more than £12,000, you know. I'm healthy, wealthy, and randy. Fishes are jumping and the cotton is down.
There's no price here.
Ah, they don't bother these days. They go up every hour. Your dad is rich.
1 cup of char, 2 spoonfuls of bromide.
How much?
I'll settle for 10p.
£8,512. That's, of course, including number plates and license disc. They said they'd allow me £3 grand on the Lotus. You like it, don't you?
I'm trying not to. One thing's for sure, you won't have to stop for birds with this. They'll just jump in.
Do you think I ought to get it, Chris?
Or two, mate, you can't fail.
Talking about the car.
That as well. It really is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
My boiled eggs haven't gone unnoticed in their time.
It's one hell of a lethal weapon.
What do you mean? I'm not a bad driver.
Now, just think of all the married men who look at your car, then go home and kill their wives.
Do you mind if I lose my temper now?
Look, it might be sheer unadulterated luxury, but you've got to admit, it is a fantastic piece of engineering, isn't it?
So are washing machines. But when we were talking about washing machines, you were in a hurry to get to St. Luke's.
What's the matter with you?
I suppose it would be different if you put washing machines on car ferries and drove them to Saint-Tropez, picking up Bridget Bardo in a bikini on the way.
She doesn't wear them.
You ought to get together with the vicar of St. Luke's.
How was it?
Just like an amateur dramatic society.
It is an amateur dramatic society.
Well, that's no reason why they can't be a bit more professional, is it?
I used to see them coming out of Chorlton Community Centre. They used to walk home with their makeup on.
Hey, that'd be a good headline. Magistrate says unfrocked vicar out to be defrocked. You've had these a long time, haven't you? You always get them out when the machine's packed in.
I'm trying to drop a hint.
Yeah, I know.
Kind, considerate husbands don't say anything when their wives drop hints. They just take the hint to heart and do something about it.
Oh, and I wanted it to be a secret.
You haven't.
I have. I've phoned the repairman, Mr. Rogerson, he's coming out. Well, I did say it was urgent.
Thanks. Are they getting him out of retirement?
Look, that machine's not all that bad. They all have their drawbacks. It's just that we've got one that doesn't go very often, that's all. What are you doing?
No washing machine. Did these in the bath.
In the bedroom, just about kills off the last glowing embers of passion.
They're your children.
They are not my nappies.
Look, I'm like you. I'd like a little more of the for better and a little less of the for worse in this marriage.
We cannot afford a new washing machine.
Apparently, you can't even afford to talk about one. Could get it on terms.
1/3 down?
£50 is in striking distance.
The bank manager has already advised us not to enter into any deferred payment purchases.
Is that what he said?
Well, his exact words were, get anything on the chucky, Chris, baby, and I'll bounce your cheque like a rubber ball.
You know, in the next bedroom to this, Biggles is probably making an agonising decision. Whether to buy an £8,500 car or make do and mend with a £3,000 car.
Is he in?
Oh, I think so. Saw him coming out of the bathroom earlier on, distributing Maundy money.
I am not going to ask him to lend us any money.
I didn't ask you to.
It sounded like a lead into it.
Well, I was just thinking about you. Well, you're brighter than Gavin. You work harder than him.
Sexier?
The point is you can't even afford a washing machine. Well, it doesn't seem fair.
Economists at the United Nations reckon that a mere 1/10 of mankind own nearly all the world's resources. The other 9/10 of mankind are married. You must have some fantastic stories.
I'll have one tonight. I never thought I'd see one of these again outside the Science Museum.
Yeah, well, they don't make them like they used to, do they?
No, I'll grant you that. We seem to have lost the secret art of turning out piles of tin with clapped-out motors and chipped-off enamel.
It's complicated in there.
Well, it's not so much complicated, it's more a dim memory.
I thought perhaps it might be something like transformer input.
Well, if you don't mind my jargon, son, it's what we call in the electrical profession completely bloody knackered.
I told you.
I'm glad you've traced the fault, Mr. Rogerson. Can you repair it?
Well, I may be able to get you a motor unit, but somebody might have saved one out of sentimental value, you know. You're going to ask me how much now, aren't you? And I'm going to say £60, aren't I? And you're going to say blood and sand, aren't you?
Blood and sand.
And you're supposed to say now that you'd like to talk it over with your wife and then let me know something on Monday. But you and I both know, don't we, that that's a bloody lie.
Well, thank you very much for coming, anyway.
Thank me when you get the bill, son.
What for?
Well, for visiting your premises, locating the fault and giving me advice. We're like surgeons these days, you know. Only we get paid more.
It'll have to be a new washing machine.
We've been through that one.
Look, I don't love washing machines. As a matter of fact, I hate them. Probably because I can't manage without one.
My grandmother managed without a washing machine.
Your grandfather probably managed without a television set, but you couldn't.
I was just wondering how she managed. I know it's a touchy subject, but there don't appear to be any, what you might call, underpants in my drawer.
I'm sorry.
What's this, then?
It's a disposable nappy.
Look, if you think that I'm not capable of washing a pair of my own underpants, then you have got another think coming. You all right?
Yeah.
It's quite relaxing, really, isn't it? It's like a tropical aquarium. Another black sea snake just gone by.
Huh?
One of your black socks. A pair of angel fish underpants there.
Yours.
Neat but not too gaudy, as the devil said, painting his bottom blue.
You gonna buy a new washing machine?
I haven't got the loot. I need at least 100.
Hey, I like that. You got a fitting for an 8-track stereo.
Don't do a dashboard washing machine, do they?
It's only an extra 150. What do you think of that? Not bad.
I think Fliss is right, you know. You can't really manage without a washing machine. Last night, I was saying that I wouldn't borrow money from someone who, say, knew we needed a washing machine and had a bit of spare cash. Not even if he offered me an interest-free loan. Knowing full well, of course, I could pay him back within 12 months.
I'm like that, you know.
Like what?
Stick to my principles. Always pay my own way. I mean, deep down, I'd like a Lamborghini. But I know I've just got to tighten my belt, stick to what I can afford.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at this car, you know.
I've only asked you 55 times. I thought you weren't interested.
Think we could get down there before they close?
No, do on Monday.
No, I really would like to see it today, old pal.
All right, let's have a quick look.
Well, for a quick look, it turned out to be a quick buy, didn't it? Hey, what's that button for?
I think it's an automatic back scratcher. Are you all right, Gavin? And if you are, what are you doing? Just pretend you're a chick, will you? Just trying it out for size. Look, I think if you press that button there, the seat operates automatically.
What do you mean?
I think it sort of slides back, you know.
Hey, I've always wanted a mobile bed with an 8-track stereo. Hey, it's a fantastic piece of engineering, though, isn't it, eh?
Hey, ciao, signorina. Bella inglese. Want me pinch at the bottom, huh?
Are you pathetic naturally, or do you have to practice a lot?
Hiya, Fliss. Hey, what you think of it, eh?
Well, it's a good job it's not residential. You'd never get planning permission.
How about my uncle used to have one, but the knobs fell off?
Hey, now, you two, come on. Cool it, will you?
About 8,500 and something.
And something.
Well, all I can say is, God help the rich, because the poor can always beg.
Hey, kid, you going in the house?
Well, I wasn't thinking of jumping over it. Why?
Make me and Gavin a coffee, will you? We're flaked out in here.
Well, actually, what I had in mind was more along the lines of going upstairs to repose gracefully on the bed and waste away. Towards the end, I might develop a feeble cough.
Hi.
If I had the money, I would be.
You, didn't make a coffee by any chance? No, I didn't think so. I mean, a bit thoughtless of me, really, asking you to make a coffee.
You've been thoughtlessly at it ever since we got married.
Well, I've not had a wasted afternoon. I did my underpants at the laundrette. I'm quite pleased with it.
Hardly an outward bound initiative test.
I don't know. I reckon getting a pair of your tights on qualifies me for the Duke of Edinburgh's award.
You might have been knocked down. Well, you don't get many men lying in casualty wearing a pair of women's tights.
Well, they're They're only like see-through long johns. Hey, do you fancy a coffee?
You mean, do I fancy making a coffee?
No, I'll make you a coffee.
Pardon?
I will make you a coffee.
You've never made me a coffee.
Must be the tights.
It took you a year to find out where the kitchen was.
Tiny bit of sugar, no milk.
Tiny bit of milk and no sugar.
Just testing.
Have you done something I don't know about, but I'm about to find out about?
No. Fliss?
The coffee's in the top cupboard to the right at the back.
I haven't got that far yet. Where do you keep the cups?
In the bottom cupboard to the left at the front.
Oh, well done. Just one more thing, please.
What?
How do you light the stove?
It's electric.
Just testing.
Hey, Chris, those football things are on the television again.
Also at the top,
You know,
Manchester
results and
United
score
and
draws.
And Queen's Park Rangers get a point.
It's okay, love. I'd rather make you a cup of coffee.
And Steve Daly as Wolves went away from home for the first time.
Are you overdoing it a bit?
No, I'd much rather make you a cup of coffee.
Leicester went away for the first time this season. In the second division, Sunderland climbed again to stay at the top. They lose Ben Hughes when they sustained a broken leg.
Something's going on.
That about right for yours?
There's only two things in this world that turn you on. That's the football results and 4 ounces of aniseed balls.
That is a wild exaggeration.
Oh, not me as well.
Pontefract cakes. Notice anything different?
Well, I think seeing you make coffee's enough for one day.
Close your eyes. Turn round. Head down. Up a bit. Ready?
Ready.
Open your eyes. What do you think?
He's got a tumble dryer.
It has got the lot. Spin dryer, tumble dryer, different programs, direct line to mission control and a self-destruct button.
It also cost a lot.
This way. With the compliments of Continental Motors of Manchester. Also at Eccles, Failsworth and Stalybridge.
Compliments of what?
They're giving them away free.
Come on, Chris.
Well,
Don't be silly.
you do have to buy an £8,500 car first.
Oh, and Gavin's let us have it.
Yep.
Oh, good old Gav.
There is just one small condition attached.
When he leaves, it'll have to go.
No. It was more along the lines of me promising him that you'd do his washing. Now, there won't be much. I mean, you know, when his shirts get dirty, he usually buys new ones.
Keep talking about me. I'm a fascinating topic of conversation. Just while you're here, Fliss, okay? Not much this week, love. Did most of it at the laundrette.
Yeah.
Peace, prosperity, and happiness, my children. And stay loose, kiddo. I'm off now to try out the car, see how many girls it does to the gallon.
Sorry.
Well, I'll soon do this lot in that machine.
Are we back on conjugal rights, then?
Ah. Well, actually, I'm fed up with conjugal rights. I was thinking more along the lines of conjugal wrongs.
Blood and sand. I've missed the football results.